What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a video giving some really incredible detailed explanations about what goes on with chemistry here today. First and foremost, I want to thank the forums and Reddit for having the discussions they've had to allow me to gather so much information. And second of all, any proof that you need regarding what I'm talking about here today will be in the description below. A YouTuber and a viewer of mine called RighteousOnyx has made two fantastic videos explaining things with proof. I'm now going to take what he's explained and put it in simple terms, but even though I'm putting it in simple terms, it's a lot of information, it's very detailed, it's very confusing, and it's at times contradictory but still makes sense. I also asked on Twitter for some questions about what this means with certain things, which we're going to look into in a second. Now, first things first, what is a day one card and what is not a day one card? A day one card is a card that was in the game on release date, and I don't mean the official release date, I mean on early release date. So the 90 Suarez, which we've got here, who we're going to use, we're actually going to use this this Modric as an example. This Modric is a day one card. He's been in the game, he's not an upgrade, he's not a transfer, he's not a man of the match, he's not an inform, he's not a international man of the match, he's not a team of the season, he's not a team of the year, he's not a hero card. He is the regular gold card that was in the game upon release. It's important to understand what a day one card is, because I'm going to be referencing day one and non-day one a lot throughout this video, and this video might get quite long, 20 to 30 minutes most likely, so be prepared to listen if you want to listen. If you don't want to listen, if you don't really want to know, if you don't really care, feel free to click off the video. But yeah, so this is a day one card. Day one card definition equals cards that were in the game upon release day. A non-day one card is any other card in the game. Absolutely any other card. Now, it's been discovered that base chemistry is 6 chem. This has been proven by RighteousOnyx video. I'm not going to explain how he discovered it. If you want to figure that out for yourself, go watch the video. But it is proven that 6 chemistry is base chemistry. It's also proven that a player with no chemistry style, so like this Luka Modric here, no matter whether he's on 6 chem or 10 chem, he gets absolutely no boost for having 10 chemistry. Again, this was proven by RighteousOnyx's second video. Basically, Luka Modric on 6 chemistry or 10 chemistry with a with no chemistry style, he will play exactly as his card stats suggest. He will play to exactly 76 pace, exactly 74 shooting, exactly 84 passing, etc. If he gets 5 or less chemistry, he will receive a deduction in stats. It's factually proven. Again, the video to that from RighteousOnyx is down below. So, to reiterate, I want to be very clear. With no chemistry style, a player on 6 chem and 10 chem, a day one player on 6 chem and 10 chem, play exactly how their card suggests with no boost and no reduction. A day one player on 5 or less chemistry will have a reduction in stats. However, if you then go and put a chem style on one of your players, for example, Iniesta has shooting and dribbling, I don't know what, the sniper chem style, he will receive an increase in stats in shooting and dribbling. It's unclear as to how much. In terms of dribbling, it's +5. That again has been proven by RighteousOnyx. So this Iniesta card will have 95 dribbling, and we don't know, but probably 93, maybe 75, maybe 76 shooting, and 75 pace, 87 passing, 59 defending, 63 physical. This is most likely an oversight from EA. It's most likely a coding issue that they didn't know about, that they don't know about, that they don't expect. But it's absolutely factual. If I go and put a basic chemistry style on this Iniesta, he will play exactly as card stats. If you put a chem style on a day one player, they get a true boost to those chem areas. So for strikers, for example, let's take this Neymar for example. If I put Hunter on this Neymar, he will actually get a boost to his pace and shooting. If I leave him at basic, he will only stay on what his card says, no matter whether he is on 6 chem or 10 chem. Furthermore, if he's on 6 chem with a Hunter card, he obviously only gets one chevron in each, one green arrow in each chevron. he will only get a minor boost, and then the more chem you get, the more boost they get. But it seems like so long as you have a day 1 player on 6 chemistry or higher, with or without chem styles, they will play exactly to their card or higher. If they're on 5 chemistry or lower, they will play with a reduction in stats. It's interesting for someone like Gareth Bale that people play, you know, off chem up front. So if I play Gareth Bale up front in this team, who would get 3 chem, he would get a reduction in stats. If I then applied position modifiers to him and made him a right forward to put him to chemistry, to 7 chemistry, he will play exactly how his card suggests. He will have 94 pace and 83 shooting. No matter if I've got 6 chem or 7 chem, if I had a manager in, let me add a La Liga manager in real quick. Do I have a La Liga manager? I'm pretty sure I must have a La Liga manager in here. I just want to get him to 7 chem. So now Gareth Bale's on 7 chem. He plays, if this Gareth Bale was on 10 chem, because he has no chemistry style, he plays exactly the same as his card suggests. If I now go and put a Hunter chem style on this Gareth Bale, he will get a chem boost in pace and in shooting, whilst his dribbling, defending, physical and passing remain the same. So that's day 1 cards explained. So this Gareth Bale will get a 2 chevron increase in pace, a 1 chevron increase in shooting. That may mean 3 pace, 4 pace, 1 shooting, 5 shooting. We don't know what it means, but it means he does get a boost. He remains the same for dribbling, passing, defending and physical. It's an oversight, it's a glitch, it's a coding glitch that has caused problems in this game. So that's day 1 explanation. Now for non-day 1 cards. So for all other cards in the game that aren't day 1, they play exactly how their stats say, no matter what. So Layun Team of the Season card, no matter what chemistry he's on, no matter what position you play him in, no matter what position his card says he is, no matter what links you've got around him, and no matter whether or not he's on 10 chem or 0 chem, he will play exactly to how his card suggests. Which means you can build any team you want, as you can see with this team here that I've got. Let me actually put, let's put Fernandez in there. No, I don't want a Brazilian, I want a non-Brazilian. There we go, let's put the Argentinian in there. Wow, does that seriously still get chem? Let's put the Spanish up in there. Let's get rid of those. Let's swap those around. There we go. There's a whole bunch of negative chem links in here now. Let's swap those two around. I just kind of want to like dead out all the chem links. So these cards here, all these left backs and right backs, even though it says they're on 1 chemistry here, they will play to what their card stats suggest. So for me, this Maicon, it says he's on 1 chemistry. He will still have 88 in-game stats, in-game pace, 85 in-game defending, 86 in-game physical, 80 in-game passing. He would make a pretty damn decent centre midfield. And that's why I've got him there, because he's got decent enough stats for a centre midfield. This means you can play any player that is not a day 1 in any team, and they will still get base chemistry, which is 6 chemistry, but it's not actually base chemistry. What it is fixed or kind of static card stats. Doesn't matter what it says, they play to as if they had 6 chemistries. If they have base chemistry, they will always play. If you then apply a chemistry style to them, it changes nothing. They still play as if they had that regular basic 6 chem static stats on their card. I hope that's very clear. That means if you go through your club and you have yourself a full La Liga team, but you don't have a striker, but you have striker Lacazette, you can just throw him up top, and although it will say that he's on 4 chem, he actually plays to 6 chem, which is his card stats. He will actually play 95 pace, 94 shooting, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. What this means is you can ignore everything about every special card other than the stats on their card, their work rates, their height, their preferred foot, their weak foot and their skill moves. So when you build a team now, don't look at, okay, this guy says he's a centre back, so I have to play him in defence. Look at what do these guys' stats tell me his position is best suited to, because that's where I'm going to play him. Which is why someone like Layun, and as you can see I've scored 46 goals in 39 games with him, will play amazing pretty much anywhere, in my opinion, except for centre-back, because he's just too short. I don't want to play a 5'10" guy at centre-back and he's got a high attacking work rate, which could also cause you problems. But at fullback, centre midfield, winger or striker, in a cam, potentially even in the CDM, although I don't really like short CDMs either, he can play anywhere because his stats are so amazing. I asked on Twitter for some questions about what goes on within this. One of the biggest things was, does this apply to draft? I believe it applies to draft, yes. It's hard to prove it in draft because the way that this was proven in the first place was through a fitness glitch as to tell which cards did and didn't have this chemistry glitch. In the draft, there's no fitness, so it's very difficult to tell. But you've seen people like Inception win the draft with like an 18 chem team, a 23 chem team. I've had people tweeting me all day who never used to be able to win drafts are now winning drafts with stupid low chem teams and just playing with players that suit the position more than caring about what the chemistry or position actually says. So that's quite important. Another thing that's important to note is that one of the things I got asked quite a lot was what do Team of the Week 1 cards fall under? And this Ronaldo here was in Team of the Week 1. He is not a day 1 card. The 93 Ronaldo is a day 1 card. Team of the Week 1 was actually released after the game was initially released because of early access and you know, like the EA access thing where you got the game like 5 days early or whatever. There was no Team of the Week for that 5-day period, which means all those first in forms are not day 1 cards. They don't count, and that's fair enough. What this also means is people ask me, so what should I build? Should I build for chemistry? Should I build day 1? Should I build non-day 1? And should I get rid of my upgraded inform, or should I go back to the base card? So we're going to use Chiellini for this. Chiellini has a very minimal boost to his card. He's got 2 extra defending, 3 extra physical, 1 extra passing, 1 extra shooting, 1 extra pace, and 2 extra dribbling. So this 87 Chiellini, if he's on 6 chem all the way up to 10 chem with a basic chemistry style, he is no better than this 88 Chiellini. This 88 Chiellini is better, and you don't have to apply fitness to him, and you can put him in any team, in any position, and he will still play the same. With this Chiellini, if you put him in any team, in any position, and he has less chemistry than 6, he will get a stat reduction. If, however, you put a Sentinel chemistry style on the 87 Chiellini, so it improves his defending and physical, and you have him in a 10 chem team, he would then be better than the 88 Chiellini. I hope that makes sense. The reason why, and if you have to rewatch this video, go rewatch it, but I'll explain it one more time. For day 1 cards, whether they have 6 chemistry, 7 chemistry, 8, 9, or 10 chemistry, if they have no chemistry style, they will only play to the maximum of what the card stats suggest. If they have less than 6 chemistry, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0, they will get a stat reduction in where they're playing. However, if you then apply a chemistry style to them, they will get a boost in those specific areas. So Chiellini with the anchor chemistry style will give him more pace, will give him more defending, and will give him more physical. In that instance, he's probably better value than the 88 Chiellini. However, the 88 Chiellini will play to these card stats no matter where he plays. You can play him at left back, centre mid, cam or striker, and he will play with those exact same card stats. You could put him in any team. You don't require fitness for him because of this glitch as well. So it just depends what you want to do. If you don't have the coins to build a full non-day 1 team, I would suggest getting day 1 players and putting chem styles on them to boost the stats you want to boost, and then you've got better card stats. However, there are instances where the day 1 and the first upgrade cards aren't necessarily better in that value, and that initially comes down to Neymar. So Neymar got like a huge upgrade from his 88 to his 90. He got 3 on shooting, 3 on passing, 1 dribbling, and no pace. Now, what this means is, because of how the chemistry works without chem style, the 90 Neymar is better than the 88 Neymar until you put a chemistry style on him. But the only chemistry style that would put the 88 close to the 90 would be to improve shooting and passing. So it would be the Deadeye chemistry style, which means the shooting and passing would then get an upgrade, in which case the 88 Neymar would be about as good as the 90 Neymar. So when people sometimes say, but my upgrade card feels better, it's literally because of that. Because if you play 88 Neymar with basic chem style, it doesn't matter if you get 6 chem or 10 chem, he will only play to these stats. No matter where you play the 90 Neymar, he will play to those stats. So the 90 upgraded Neymar is pretty much always going to be better than the 88, unless you put a chemistry style that gives him pace and dribbling, which will then improve his pace and dribbling to above the 90 Neymar, but he will then have less shooting and less passing than the 90 Neymar, which again negates his value. So what you guys have to look at is what you've got missing from your day one card, and whether that chemistry style that you put on gives a big enough boost to increase over the upgrade or first in form or potentially second in form. But in general, in my opinion, day one cards are utterly useless if they have an upgrade or an inform. If of course they don't have an upgrade or an inform, they can still be quite useful. But in general, I hope I explained that very clearly. I hope you guys get that. If you need me to explain it again, let me go and find another example. We'll actually use Messi, because Messi has got a 93 and a 94, so we'll pay attention to that. Now, whilst FIFA is telling me that it's taking ages to do something, the position change cards, the international position changes, they are absolutely not worth it. And I'll explain why if FIFA decides to come back. I'll be right back when FIFA decides to come back. Okay guys, so as we go back into Ultimate Team, please load back into Ultimate Team. I thought it was loading back in. Come on EA, don't do this to me. There we go, loading Ultimate Team. As we go into Ultimate Team, one thing to note real quick is that this Legends are day one cards. The same rule applies to a Legend as it does to that 87 Luka Modric. The same with the base chemistry. So if you've got Ruud Gullit on 10 chem, but you've got a basic chem style on him, you may as well have him on 6 chemistry, because you get no boost, no reduction there. However, if you then put a chem style on Ruud Gullit, he will get an increase in the stats from the chem style that you put on him. So if you put a Hunter card on him, his shooting and his pace would increase. But if you keep him on basic, nothing in his card increases. As we then move back into my transfer list here, the 93 Ronaldo or the international position change are important. Because they have identical card stats, this 93 striker Ronaldo will play to those card stats no matter what, no matter where, no matter how. However, the left forward Ronaldo will play at 6 to 10 chem on card stats, but then with a chemistry style applied, he will get a bonus. So, Cristiano Ronaldo on 7 chemistry at striker with a Hunter chem style will be better as striker than the striker Ronaldo. The only reason the striker Ronaldo will be more beneficial than the left forward Ronaldo is because he doesn't require fitness, and you can put him in any team, any part of the field you want, and he will not receive a penalty. This Cristiano Ronaldo, if you played him in centre midfield as a left forward, he would get 3 chemistry, he would get a reduction in stats. So the international position changes are only more beneficial to you if you use them out of position. If, however, you use the regular card, these are more beneficial to you unless you use them with a basic chemistry style, in which case both cards are identical. Now we want to go and take a look again at Lionel Messi. Or rather, not again, but we want to take a look at Messi. He's just one of those guys that I think has got the closest upgrade from the 94 to the 95. So he's only got 1 pace, 2 shooting, 2 passing, 1 physical, 1 defending, and 1 dribbling. Now, because of this, because again, the non-day one Messi, so the 95 Messi, will play to these card stats no matter what. This Messi here, because he's got a reduction in stats on every single attribute, if you played him on 10 chem in right forward, he would only play with a basic chem style to these stats. He would then be worse than the 95 Messi. Also, if you applied a chem style to him, let's say you applied Sentinel to him, so he's boost defending and physical, other than defending and physical, he would still be worse. If you also applied a Hunter chem style to him to improve pace and shooting, it's possible he would be no better, or at best marginally better than the 95 version. So in this instance, the 95 version is the better option. The 95 is better than the 94 because you get to play him wherever you want. You get no penalty for being off chem. You get exactly what it says on the card, and you don't have to apply fitness to him. However, this blue Messi, you have to have him on 6 to 10 chemistry. Sorry, this 94 Messi, you have to have him on 6 to 10 chemistry. You have to have strong links around him to give him those boosts. You have to apply fitness to him, and you have to apply a chemistry style to him to get a benefit off of that chemistry. So with that in mind, the 95 Messi is better than the 94 Messi. Now, I've got some other questions here. Does this apply to Legends? It doesn't. Position change cards we've covered. Does it work offline? No. Offline, for some reason, is completely different to online. Even the fitness glitch doesn't work offline. So if you're sitting there thinking, wait, hold on, I've had my 82 Aaron Ramsey on 56 chem online and it's working all the time, and now all of a sudden I go and play one offline game with him and he's actually only got 52 chem. Doesn't apply offline. It only applies online. There's two things that I don't know the answer to that I've been asked quite a lot. Number one, does this apply to skill upgrade cards? Someone like Insigne, who is, I think, is Insigne a day one card? I think Insigne is a day one card. So Insigne's 81 version of his card is a day one card, and it's been a skill upgrade. I don't know if he now requires the laws of a non-day one or the laws of a day one, simply because it hasn't been tested yet. So anyone that wants to go and run the fitness test on Insigne, that will then discover whether or not skill upgrades have been included as non-day ones or have been included as day ones. It's very simple test to run to figure that out. I might try it myself. The next thing that people ask is, how does this impact substitutes? Quite honestly, I don't know. I don't think it'll be easy to figure out either. The only way you'll be able to figure it out is to put a couple day ones and a couple non-day ones on the bench, bring the day ones on in replacing a guy with 10 chem, and then replacing a guy with 0 chem, and just feel how they play, and then do the same with the non-day ones. I don't think there's any other way to figure out how that works. The third and final thing that I don't know works or not, I don't know if attribute cards work on non-day ones. I don't know if this Dani Alves actually gets those stat boosts because it plays to his regular stats, or if because now that you can actually see clearly with your eyes that it says 99 pace, if he actually now plays to 99 pace. Again, it's going to have to be something that's tested out and done through feel of the game rather than through facts. So there's three things there that I'm unsure as to myself. People now asking me a lot, what team do I build? Where do I go? How do I do this? You honestly can just build whatever team you want. There's going to be a lot of questions, and I get literally right now hundreds of tweets. Should I use this guy or his upgraded version? Should I use the position change card? Should I get rid of the first inform? And again, let's use Kurzawa as an example. So Kurzawa has an 80 rated regular and 81 inform. There you go. So he has 1 pace, 4 shooting, 2 passing, 3 physical, 3 defending, 3 dribbling. This first informed Kurzawa will be head and shoulders better than the 80 rated Kurzawa, for the simple fact that he has blanket better stats across every single individual attribute, and you can only get a boost in up to 3 attributes for the 80 rated Kurzawa because of the way that it works. However, this Kurzawa, the 81 Kurzawa, will obviously play exactly the same no matter what. There's one player that I think we need to look at, which first comes to mind for the person that I think, in my opinion, is not worth the upgrade, and that is Griezmann. And the reason why, the 83 Griezmann, 6 chem to 10 chem on base chemistry will get these card stats. The 84 Griezmann, no matter what, will get these card stats that you see here. Obviously, you don't have to apply fitness to the 84 Griezmann. You get to play him in any position you want. That's a good bonus. However, if you put the Hunter chemistry style on the 83 Griezmann, his pace and his shooting will outsource the 84 Griezmann, and his physical and defending are exactly the same, and his passing and dribbling are only 1 stat less. So in my opinion, the boost that you get from a Hunter chem style on pace and shooting outweighs what you can only ever get on the 84, making the 83 a better card. So there's reasonable explanation there as to why some informs and some upgrades feel better and why some don't. It's also a reasonable explanation to handicap, because people could, you know, if you've got, like, let's say you played with a full gold team. For example, if I play with my day one team, like I have here, let me put everyone into their correct positions real quick and explain this hopefully quite clearly. So if I have my day one team like this, if I have these guys all on basic chemistry styles, they're going to feel good. They're not going to be penalized because they're all on 10 chemistry, and they're going to play to their card stats. So in this instance, Modric and Rakitic will play to their card stats. If I went and applied chemistry styles to all of them, they would all get a significant boost in the areas that I boosted them. So if I gave them all Hunter cards, they would all feel much faster. So one of the reasons why, again, people think sometimes a gold team feels good and sometimes it feels trash, it could genuinely be due to the fact that a player that you come up against or a player that you use may or may not have a chemistry style applied to them. It's so stupid. It's so crazy. It numbs my brain. A, how we haven't figured this out until now. And B, how EA just either didn't know about this or didn't care to alert us about this, because this is genuinely game changing. It changes the way you build your teams, the way you use your teams, how you look at players. It changes the value of certain players. For example, Leyoun was 101,000 coins 2 days ago when I bought him in my Road to Glory. Then all of this stuff came about, and now Miguel Leyoun team of the season, 200,000, 180, 180, 170, 180. He was actually up at like, it looks like he's at about 180 now. He was actually up at like 270 earlier on, but because they've changed his price range, they've increased his price range from 150 max bin to 300 max bin. A few people have listed him, but his price has nearly doubled because he is now a desirable left forward card, or a left mid, or a centre mid card. There was a guy on Reddit that won Division 1 with a low chem team and then put a day one team in with low chem and got relegated. There has been so much evidence to back up the claims of everything I've said here today. It's very, very, very difficult to dispute it. Now, the only thing I will say is this, guys. You've got to stop looking at players as defenders, midfielders, and attackers now. I'm seeing people send me teams saying, would this team be good? Would that team be good? And they've got, although they've got like good players in there, they've got defenders in defense, midfielders in midfield, and attackers in attack. Stop looking at cards like defense, midfield, and attack. Look at card stats. Say, where do these stats suggest that this player would play best, and play them there. Cerner here at right back, he's got high work rates, he's 5'10", he's got great passing, good defending and physical stats. He would make an exceptional central defensive midfielder, a very good centre midfielder, a good cam, probably a decent striker. Don't look at him and be like, okay, so he's a right back, so I'm either going to play him right back, left back, or centre back. No. Look at these players and say, okay, he's got great stats for this, that, and the other. Felipe Luis again. High medium work rates at 6 foot. He would make, with 89 passing, good defending physical, he would make a great centre midfielder. His shooting's a bit low for a cam, but you could probably get away with playing him at cam. But yeah, his stats would make for a really good good centre midfielder. Alexandro, high medium, 5'11", left foot, 83 passing, good defending and physical, great pace. CDM, fantastic. Cam, pretty decent again with that 75 shooting. Central midfield would be brilliant. There's a lot of fullbacks in this game that will just make like great players. Someone like Hulk, although his defending is low, he would make a good fullback. I know his defending's low, so that kind of negates what a fullback is there for, but tackling in this game is so broken. It doesn't matter if you're Wayne Rooney or, you know, 95 rated Godin. You kind of tackle the same, especially with slide tackles. Hulk would make a great fullback. Playing Hulk at right back would be good because he's got great pace, great passing, great physicality. He can get up and down the field with the high medium work rates, and he's got 4-star skill moves to evade, you know, to get you out of tricky situations quite a lot. He would make a good player there. Sergio Ramos, again, he would make a sensational central defensive midfielder. 86 pace, 95 defending, 90 physical, high medium, 6 foot, 80 passing. He would make a great CDM. If a bit attacking because of the high medium work rates, he would make a great CDM. So when you build a team from now on, guys, don't look at the players as they're a position or a nation or a league. Look at their stats. Judge from there how you want to build your team and build it. And trust me when I tell you, I played with this team that you're looking at on screen right now in Division 1, although I'll show you the exact team I had. I had this team in Division 1. I didn't have an attribute card on Dani Alves. I tied the game 1-1, but I dominated the whole game. And the only reason why I actually didn't win is because Dani Alves doesn't have the best finishing. I think it's only like 60 something for his finishing in game. I missed a couple of easy chances, not because of chemistry, but because he's a right back up front. So that's one of those instances where, although he's got good all-round stats to play for a striker, he doesn't have the 94 finishing, the 94 shooting that someone like Lacazette may have, or someone like Nainggolan. Like Nainggolan would make an absolutely brilliant midfielder. He'd make a brilliant striker. He'd make a brilliant cam. Nainggolan, if Nainggolan was there instead of Dani Alves, Nainggolan would you know, walk it. And Nainggolan, like, you could play him at centre back. If you don't mind playing with short centre backs, he would make a phenomenal centre back. He just would. So there's a lot to be said for squad building going forwards. Position change cards are irrelevant for non-day one cards. Like, if you're going to play, let's say I play Nainggolan there, there's no point converting him up to a striker because you don't get a benefit from it. You don't get a boost from that extra chemistry having there. You may as well have him on the 1 chem instead of the 4 chem. If it mentally pleases you to do that, go ahead. If you have the OCD where you don't like playing with low chem teams, do what you need to do. But trust me, this works, it's legit, it's real, and it's crazy. Now, whether or not it remains in FIFA is hard to say. Will they be able to fix this in FIFA 16? Almost definitely not, because the game's nearly done. They're focusing on FIFA 17 and potentially even FIFA 18 by now. The game cycle's almost over. It's kind of too late to fix this now. For FIFA 17 with a new engine, it's possible that it'll be fixed. It's possible that chemistry will not work the same. It's possible that the fitness glitch won't be there. But only time will tell for that, guys. So this is going to be the end of the video. I know it's been a super long video. I appreciate you guys sticking by. If there's any more questions, if I haven't answered your question right now, please leave it in the comment section. In a couple more days, I'll make another follow-up video answering any more questions and any more details that we've gathered to prove or disprove this this whole chemistry thing. I'll bring to you guys as well. But for now, guys, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.